Hello everyone, and welcome. It is my pleasure to welcome you back to Prison Architect. That's right, Mark is back. No, never mind. It's been a little while. I haven't had the opportunity to record anything for about a week because I got sick over my Christmas break, and I'm still kind of getting over it. So if you ever hear an odd silence, it might just be me editing out the sound of me coughing or something. I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Depends on whether or not I cough during this. I hope I don't. So, speaking of that, cough or sneeze or something. I don't know. Speaking of that, let's see, what were we doing? Do I remember? No. I think we were going to set up another cell block, and then, another cell block. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Get him, guard. Beat him up. Boney 5 is once again giving us trouble. He was trying to dig a tunnel in the daytime, which is, as you may have guessed, not a very good move. Let's go to deployment. Where do we have officers placed? We have officers placed in most rooms. Let's go ahead and get some patrols going, huh? Let's get some patrols running around the prison. This will just be regular guard patrols. They'll just run around, making sure that nothing is going terribly wrong. And we'll get like 2 guards on that. And that should help with things. We have yet more prisoners coming in, and we are running out of space. So we're going to need more... What's going on? Oh my god, he got out. Oh my god, he got out. Okay, I know what I gotta do. We're going to do this again. You ain't going anywhere, Burgess. Not on my watch. Oh, you're on break? Oh, okay. That's fine. Go on break right now when there's somebody escaping. Oh my god, he got the baton. Don't let him just chill out there. I need to get like a perimeter wall or something, because they're just tunneling out of here. But the thing is, to get a proper perimeter wall, they're hella expensive. Like, hella expensive. It's insane. Like, you want to get one of those? Huh? With what money? We've already got too many things. Let's say fill capacity. We need to get more people. So, for the sake of this series, let's say, I'm thinking that if we want to have our prison enough for about, I don't know, 150, maybe 150 prisoners is the maximum amount my computer could reasonably expect to do. Because the more prisoners and the bigger the prison, the more this computer is going to have to, like, compute and stuff. And as any of you saw in the City Skylines, if you watched that, if you didn't, you'll know that there was pretty bad frame drops at the end of that because of how much my computer had to compute while also recording. And it wasn't great. It was not great. And that's pretty much it. Check out some of the later episodes to see how bad it was, because my computer just couldn't handle all of it. I really overestimated my computer. But we're not going to make that mistake again. Once I start noticing frame drops in the recording, we're going to stop growing so much. Or maybe turn down the graphics or stuff if we can do that. Can we? I don't know. Right now it's free time, and they're just going off doing their free time. Let's check the needs of our prison. The prisoners really want to talk to their families. I think we need more family phones. Recreation is also low, so maybe we should get like some TVs or something. This room alone gives... I think this room gives recreation since we have this radio here. I think that should. At least I think that's how it's worked. Alright, so what was I talking about? I don't remember. I don't remember a dang thing. They're still all hanging out in the yard, like they're prone to do, exercising. They want food. They want a lot of stuff. How are we going to get that stuff? I'm not sure. But I think what we should work on now is building another cell block. And let's make a cell block for the cool kids. So this is 22 by 12. So why don't we make one that's like 24 by 12? 24 by 12. No, that's 22 by 12. And no, it would be 14 by 12. That way we can fit a TV into each one. And maybe a window. And this will be the cool kids. This will be the cool kid cells. For the ones who are just chilling out and not bothering any of the guards. That's what this will be. They'll get like windows and special stuff in their cells. Because they'll be the good kids. The warden's pets. Whatever you want to call them. Let's go ahead and make this urgent. Because I keep on shooting myself in the foot when it comes to production. Because I keep on telling them to chop down trees to make me money. And then they can't actually like build stuff because they're out chopping trees for money. Boy oh boy, I am a bad manager. I am just the worst, ain't I? I don't know how I got this position. I didn't do anything special for it. I didn't work hard for it. All I did was be a jerk. That's all I did. I was like, hey, I want to run a prison. And they asked, are you a jerk? And I was like, who do you think you're asking that question to? Mr. Bossy Man? And then he was like, you're hired. And I was like, alright. Yep, that's how it happened. That is the whole story. The long, the short, and the truth of it. That was how I got this job as a prison architect, was just by being a jerk. Yep. Power seems to be fine. I should keep some guards. I should keep some guards in all of these rooms just to let people in and out. You know, just to let people in and out. That way things will go a little smoother. I wish these guys weren't hanging out in the reception room. Like, ain't nothing good gonna come from hanging out there. And the good kid cells are currently in production. Yep, look at that. Look at that beautiful room. Just the best, the beautifulest. Lock that door open. Lock that door open too. We can trust them with open cells, right? Well, not open cells per se, so much as like the cell block being open. You know, during the day. Alright, now let's put up some brick walls. They're still going to get the same size cell, but they're going to get like fancy stuff inside of the cells. They don't get like extra big humongous cells because they're not quite that good. They still are in a prison, you see, and they gotta know that. They gotta know that they're still in a prison. You can't let them forget. And oh my gosh, I broke the pattern. Oh, I broke the pattern. It's not supposed to be going up being the cutoff. It should be going down. You know what, this is gonna kill... I can't... gosh dang it. I can't afford... I spent so much money making those walls. I can't afford to cancel it now. Gosh dang it. That makes me upset that I allowed that to happen. But at this point, who cares anymore? Oh no. Oh no. Gosh dang it. Another goddamn tunnel. What's with these people in tunnels? Stop it. Please. I need to get a perimeter wall because this is only going to get worse. Jeez Louise. How can this keep... I need to get like some dogs in the prisons to get rid of this stuff. Gosh. This is the worst prison. I am the worst prison architect. I am so sorry. Let's get some electricity in this new cell block. There. I'm almost running out of money, so I'm going to take some bank loans. Oh my god, I just took $2,400 in loans. Can't believe it, they gave me that much money, because they are not going to get that money back. Nope, not in 1,000 years. I'm taking that money, and I'm running off to Argentina. Because if I went to Mexico with this money, they'd expect me. But not Argentina. No. They don't think you'll run off to Argentina. They never expect Argentina. So we'll put the bed... Where are we going to put the bed in here? I guess we'll put it here. That looks like a decent place for a bed. We'll put them there on the sides. And it'll look nice and great. And they'll be so happy to be there. And you know what? They get windows too. They get to look outside, unlike the rest of the plebeians. That's right, you guys get the windowed cells. Ain't that great? That's because you're the cool kids that aren't gonna give me trouble, right? What else are you guys gonna get? I don't know. Maybe some weight benches? That'd be cool. That's something I'd like in my cell room. You know what? I think we could use a couple more phones in here while we're at it, because everyone's complaining about family and stuff. We're still working on this. I think we've got all the... Do all the cells have windows? I think they all have orders for windows, which is ideal. What we want to have. Let's give them some radios, too. I know I love me a good radio. Love me a good radio. You know what's a great radio station? 88.7, also known as 89X. Official sponsor of Master Mark Let's Plays. No, I'm just messing with y'all. The official sponsor for Master Mark Let's Plays is There Is None, because I'm a terrible. No. I don't know. Does anyone want to sponsor me? If any of you guys want to sponsor me, like, just hit me up. I have no morals. Want me to play your video game? I'll play your video game. I'll play the hell out of your video game if you're just gonna give me money. Aw, dang it. Well, I'll just put the toilets right next to them. I messed up the formatting again. Okay, this is just gonna be the wonky cell block that I made because I was still kind of sick when I recorded. Gosh dang, I am the worst. What the heck is going on? Oh, they found drugs on him. Good job finding it, kiddos. You're doing God's work. God's work is finding drugs and stopping people from using them. That's God's work right there. Do I know why I don't know. It's not me to... It's not my job to discern what is considered God's work. I don't know. They're doing their jobs, which I guess is their work. Which is literally their work. They're doing their work. We're still moving stuff into the fancy cell blocks for the cool kids. The canteen can just barely handle all the people we have. We have like maybe one open spot. One or two open spots. But yeah, with the next big cell block, we're just going to have to build a new canteen, maybe? But I think before we do that, we should pay off a little bit of this bank loan next time we get a chance. And gosh, I don't know. We need to fix things. We need to get a perimeter wall. That's something we really need to do. Because these kids keep on running off. And I can't let them do that. They're here to do their civic justice by being in jail. And maybe we should build a room for parole hearings. Alright, I have people assigned for the... We're gonna do our parole hearings. You know what, we're gonna build a parole hearing room right over here. It's gonna be another 7 by 8. That's 9 by 7, but I don't... Oh gosh. It needs to be equidistant. Okay, what was it? 9 by 7? Is this 9 by 7? It all needs to have the perfect width. Oh, 9 by 7. There we are. They need to be perfectly the same size, or else I'm gonna throw a hissy fit. That's just the way these things are, okay? Okay, and then I'll put a jail door right here on the 9 mark. Yeah, it needs to be the correct proportions, or else I'm just gonna throw a hissy fit. That's the way it is, kiddos. Get used to it. You should know by this point. I get really upset when things don't go my way. Now let's put in the jail doors now that we have all the most of the inside stuff done. I'll yell at a guard to set things to patrol this area. Hey, guard, get in there. So that way you can open doors and stuff. And let's set these areas as cells. The cool kid cells that only the cool kids get to stay in. Let's look at room quality. See? These rooms, they're quite a bit better than these rooms. These are the cool kid rooms. We could have given them a TV, but I'm not going to give them a TV. This is jail. You don't get TVs in jail. Well, you get TVs, but you got to go to the common room for them. Oh, and I got that grant. Nice. So let's pay off a bit of that loan. And what grant do we want to take here? We could hire 10 guards. Okay, now what do we need to do? Assign 3 prisoners to work in the kitchen. Okay. There we are. We have people assigned to work in the kitchen. And now we need to have 3 guards on patrol routes. What's our current guard patrols? It looks like this right now. There we are. Nice and rounded. And bam! We just got that grant. We are in the money, folks. We are in the money. We got so much money. I'm like, lots of money. And then they're all like, we're angry at each other. And I'm like, please don't be, because you make my life hard. Please don't do that. And right here, we're going to set up our own little parole room. There we are. Now we need to have a visitor's table. And we're also going to have a guard sit in here, because when they go on parole, if they don't get their parole, sometimes they'll get mad at you. And they'll be like, I'm going to beat you up. And you'll be like, no, please, don't do that. That's a bad. And they'll be like, I'm a criminal, I don't care. And you'll be like, oh no. And then you'll get beaten up. Reminds me of high school. Oh, no it doesn't. I had a fine high school. My high school did not have any of those problems, thankfully. As I was a nerdy kid. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. We didn't really have any bullying problems in my high school. My high school was filled with cool kids, like myself. If you couldn't tell, I'm a super cool kid. I mean, I run a Let's Play channel on YouTube. You gotta be a cool kid for that. Speaking of being a cool kid, I'm just making sure that I'm actually recording, because I'm having a bit of I'm like in a crazy fever dream right now. Like, I don't understand what's happening. Do you? Because I know I don't. Okay. This right here, this is a shop. Here's going to be shop front number 1. Here's going to be shop front number 2. Here's number 3. That's right. I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, and a 45 with extra dip. That's how the thing goes, right? That's how the meme goes. That's how the cool kids do the memes now, right? They do the Big Smoke's order from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. That's the hop. That's the hip hop cool memes right now, right? Oh no. A water pipe has burst. Gosh dang it. Who clogged the toilet? Stop it. Who did that? Speed. Speed, you're in the cool kids. You're in the cool kids jail place. Why'd you do it, Speed? I thought you were a cool kid. Now somebody fix this before I freak out because of how messy it is. Somebody, please fix that. Please. And while we're thinking of things, let's set up a shop shelf. A couple shelves for this shop. That's where we're going to put all the goodies that we sell. Now we're going to want them 2 apart from all each other. And there we are. Nice, smooth number. There we are. And there we are. That'll allow them to get all the stuff. Now I'm going to give them I want 6 people working here. We need people to work there. Gosh dang it. So that way we can sell stuff to the prisoners inside of our prison. We also need a table. Why do we need a table? I don't know. I don't understand video games. Do you? We'll just have to see what they do with it in the video game. Because I don't know what they'd do with it. I know what I'd do with the table. I'd eat things off of it. Are they going to be eating things inside of the store? Not on my watch. You don't eat things inside the store. Unless you're sneaking grapes from the produce section. Don't eat things in the store that you haven't bought yet. Unless, of course, you're in the deli. In which case, you should have bought it first. Yeah, I think it's passable to eat things in the deli if they have, tables there. I know that in the local Meyer deli they do, but I've never bought food from there. Just because I'm not... I don't know. I I don't buy pre-made food from Meijer. Meijer is a grocery store if you're not indigenous to the Great Lakes region. You know what? We should just make this area here. We should just turn this into work/free time. We should... You know what? No. We should turn this into work/lockup. Because we gotta keep these kids in their cells during some part of the day. We're too soft on them right now. We need them to be able to actually be like, this is actually a prison. You can't just run around all day like you want to. This is a prison. You gotta pay the time since you did the crime. Did the time, do the time. Whatever. Man, I don't care. You think I'm fully conscious doing this? Nah, man, I'm dead on the inside. But that really hasn't changed since the start of this YouTube thing. Edit out that cough, please. In post-production. Boy, oh boy. These episodes are going to be fun to edit. So much coughing and blowing my nose. Ooh, jeez Louise. Okay, what's going on? Do I know? Not really. Do I need to know? I hope not. What are we going to do now? We built the shop, and they're selling stuff. That dude right there, Headland, just bought himself a Hershey's bar, which is his free right as an American. Even if he is in jail, he can buy as many Hershey bars as he wants. Even if he wants like a Reese's Pieces, he can buy those, even though they're not Hershey's. We're a fairly progressive prison. They can do what they want. Speaking of doing what we want, what's happening right now? They're eating. Coolio. That's a cool thing that the cool kids do nowadays, isn't it? Speaking of cool things cool kids do we have enough receipts? It looks like we do. They want sleep and they want their family. How's our food need doing? It's fine. You know what? I'm not sure if we need another canteen quite yet. But you know what we do need? We need another cell block. You know what? Actually, yeah. We'll do a cell block this episode, and then next episode we'll do the, next episode we'll make the, perimeter wall. So let's make one that's for the even cooler kids. Like, these are like 14 by 22. Let's make one that's 16 by 22 for the even cooler kids that are even better than the cool kids. Like, you thought these cool kids were cool? You ain't seen cool yet. You haven't seen the kind of cool we're gonna make here in this prison. Those kids are gonna be so cool. Even the Fonz will be like, man, those dudes are cool. Like the Fonz himself. Leather jacket, motorcycle, really cool. And he'll be like, damn, those kids are cool. Oh my god, you guys, that wasn't cool. It's not cool to break tables and stuff. I'm gonna have to put a guard in there. Maybe? I don't know. Speaking of putting things in places. That's a weird transition. Mark, remember to edit that out. It wasn't a cool... That transition, it didn't go anywhere. I edited it out. You gotta look as cool as the cool kids in your prison. Ugh. You know what? This will just be the way we do the cool kids cells. This will just be the way we organize the cool kids cells, you know? They get to have their cells in a different sort of organized way because they're just that cool. They're just that cool, you know? They get to go against the flow when it comes to building their cells. That's how cool they are. They're rebellious. They're nonconformists. That's why they're in prison. They were too cool for the general public. The general public was like, damn, those are cool kids. Let's send them to jail. And that's why I went to jail. No, I didn't. I wasn't quite cool enough for jail. But I was cool enough to go to school. See, that's the thing. I was cool enough for school. The squares will tell you it's too cool for school. But I'll tell you it's the other way around. It's cool enough for school, not too cool for school. You think I know what I'm saying right now? I'm so cool, I don't need to explain the gibberish I'm spouting as I live in this permanent fever dream of an existence that we refer to as being a YouTube Let's Player. Jeez Louise. Okay. We're setting up the cool kids' rooms. And we're going to put the toilets behind the doors this time because the cool kids don't want people washing them while they're doing what cool kids do. Which is, of course, using a toilet. Everyone knows that the cool kids use toilets. Everybody. Even me, who is known to be the coolest of the cool kids, will admit that we do, from time to time, enjoy using the toilets. I mean, just like a normal person. Don't tell anyone, though, because they don't think we use the toilets, so they think we're even cooler. Like, they're like, oh man, the cool kids don't use toilets. They don't have to relieve themselves in general. Cool kids don't poop. To which I will say, sometimes they do. I don't know where I'm going with this. How am I still talking about this? Why am I still talking? I don't know. I don't know. I do not understand. Okay, now we're also going to give them a chair. The cool kids get chairs in their rooms. Because that's what cool kids get. This is going to be like the second coolest kids in the whole prison. They're going to be like the second coolest. Because the coolest ones are, of course, me. And my accountant. And my chief of police and my foreman. Who don't have any lights in their offices. Like, guys, you can have lights in your offices. It's okay. Speaking of things in offices, it's just about time for the next day, which means it's time to end this episode here. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you on the next episode of Prison Architect. See ya!